Hello guys, welcome to another exciting video from eMotion. In this video today, we show you Tesla's insane Giga Press in action. But before we do, make sure to stay tuned with us till the end. This is going to be very exciting. Giga Press is a series of aluminum die casting machines manufactured by Idra in Italy. They're notable for producing giant high-pressure die casting machines globally, with 55,000 to 61,000 kilonewtons clamping force. Each machine weighs 410 to 430 tons. In 2019, Tesla Grumman Automation's Jerome Gullin stated that the company was working on a huge, massive giant machine to produce full-size cars in the same manner that toy cars are manufactured. Tesla bought the world's two largest casting machines in April 2020, according to Elon Musk, in order to cast the Tesla Model Y rear chassis and crash rails as a single component. Elon Musk said in January 2021 that the Tesla Cybertruck's rear chassis will be cast using an over 8,000-ton force casting machine. On March 16, 2021, Idra received an order for the first 8,000-ton die machine. Tesla has 3 casting machines installed at Giga Shanghai, 2 machines at the Tesla factory in California, and 1 unit partially completed at each of Giga Berlin and Giga Austin, with foundations in place for future Giga Press machines as of February 2021. How does die casting work? Well, it works by forcing molten metal alloy inside a reusable mold and then opening the mold to remove the finished piece after it has solidified. The open mold is cooled to 185 degrees Celsius and cleaned by robots, and fresh molten aluminum is prepared for the next cycle to begin 1 to 4 minutes after the first cycle. Each fresh casting is trimmed to approximate size, measured, checked for imperfections, and sent for machining to be fully polished and finished by another machine. For the Tesla's Gigapress-based casting operation, ingots and offcuts of aluminum are melted in a natural gas-powered melting oven operating at 850 degrees Celsius until liquid. Slag in the form of aluminum oxide is mechanically removed from the surface. The rest of the liquid metal is pumped through heated pipes to an enclosed warming oven operating at 750 to 850 degrees Celsius, heated using 400 kilowatts of electric power. To prevent the formation of oxides, a tank blanket of nitrogen gas covers the molten aluminum, which is circulated to maintain an even temperature. Argon gas and rotary degasser are used to remove impurities, with a silicon carbide filter removing most other particles larger than 25 micrometers. A robot then reaches in and removes the casting, placing it in a quenching tank to reduce the temperature from 400 to 500 degrees Celsius. A mechanical trim press cuts the approximate edges, with excess aluminum recycled back into the melting oven. The remaining helpful part of the casting is X-rayed to check the internal structure. It is then trimmed by laser, drilled for fittings, and then computer measured for accuracy. Reports show that the casting aluminum alloy used in the large Tesla chassis parts is primarily an aluminum-silicon mix with aluminum and silicon and several other trace elements. As of August 2020, plans for the Tesla Giga Berlin factory in Brandenburg included providing and piling foundations for 8 6,100-ton force die casting machines. Tesla Model Y vehicles built at Giga Berlin will have a redesigned structure. European Model Y cars will use a front chassis mega casting and a rear chassis mega casting. The first 2 Giga Press machines at Berlin will be required for the Model Y chassis production, with the remainder allowing flexibility in casting large numbers of parts quickly. The first 2 European Giga Press machines were planned to be delivered to Giga Berlin by later parts of 2021. Cast components are essential in auto manufacturing, but it's easier to cast smaller parts, which are then assembled into more prominent structural elements. Elon Musk said that he was considering a die-cast toy car on his desk one day and wondered what the practical size limit for casting would be. After some research, he learned that there is no size limit and decided to fabricate the front and rear underbodies as 2 castings with giant machines made by Idra Group. Tesla's largest die casting machine, the 400 metric ton OL6100 CS Giga Press, typifies a trend of larger casting machinery to produce unitized automated parts for production efficiencies and design advantages. Tesla has started operating what is described as the world's largest die casting machine at its Tesla factory manufacturing plant in Fremont. This is a significant development in automaking as well as in metal forming. The new machine, called the OL6100 CS Gigapress, built by Idra, measures 20 meters long and 5 meters high and weighs 400 metric tons. Reports say that the size of the new machine required Tesla to build it outside the plant and that it assembled a new structure adjacent to the Fremont plant to cover the OL6100 CS. Tesla plans to use the new press to produce 2 aluminum parts that'll form the rear underbody of its Model Y electric crossover vehicle. In production since January, the Model Y has been designed with a rear underbody composed of 3 parts. Still, fewer parts will require fewer production steps and occupy less space for machinery, materials and parts storage, handling, and lower labor costs. Tesla hopes ultimately to cast a single component for the Model Y underbody structure. For comparison, Tesla's Model 3 has a rear underbody assembly consisting of 70 parts. The automaker and CEO Elon Musk have previously raised the potential efficiencies of forming an entire automotive structure from a single casting. The OL6100CS Gigapress also may be seen as part of a trend toward larger die casting machines to produce automotive components from unitized designs that achieve lightweight and structural goals. The machine now is in use at the California plant in one of 2 that Tesla has ordered from Idra. Idra will install the second at Tesla's Gigafactory in Shanghai. In 2020, reports indicated that Tesla Automation was working on a machine to make full-size cars in the same way that toy cars are made. If you're interested in other fascinating things about Tesla, then make sure you check out our video on Game Over. Toyota can't catch up to Tesla. You can go check this out after the video. The 2 most giant casting machines in the world had been purchased by Tesla, according to Elon Musk in April 2020. To enable casting the Tesla Model Y rear chassis and crash rails as a single component, the Giga Press was needed. Elon Musk announced that the rear chassis of the Tesla Cybertruck would be produced using an over 8,000-ton forged casting machine. On March 18, 2021, Tesla had placed an order with Idra for the first 8,000-ton die machine. Tesla's benefits of using the Gigapress there are so many benefits of single-piece casting from Gigapress, from its being lightweight, cost-efficient, and delivering a more straightforward production process. Giga casting will help achieve a 40% reduction in rear underbody cost savings. Also, the new single-piece casting design will deliver a 30% reduction in the size of the body shop. Reports point out that Lori Harbour, a manufacturing consultancy firm, estimates that Tesla could save about 20% in labor costs from single-piece casting. Using the Giga Press also eliminates alignment problems caused by several smaller parts, resulting in higher quality vehicles. A larger die casting machine is expected for Tesla Cybertruck production. Tesla CEO Elon Musk commented that it would need an even more powerful high-pressure die casting machine with a clamping force of 8,000 tons to produce the Cybertruck and other electric vehicles in the future. Assuming the casting machine produces one body part every 4 to 5 minutes, around 70 to 90,000 annual production can be generated from one Gigapress. 2 Gigapresses are needed for each Model Y. It's estimated that around 8 to 10 Gigapresses are needed to produce 350,000 units of the new trend of electric vehicles. Tesla's Giga casting is a radical change to the traditional automobile production process, and many automobile manufacturers are bound to follow this course. Aluminum goes hand in hand with weight saving in most contemporary automotive engineering reference points. But apart from a few applications, most notably Ford's F-Series pickups, aluminum primarily is deployed where steel can be readily displaced without performance loss or for comparatively small components that deliver comparatively small weight or process savings. This is what Tesla hopes to achieve with this new direction. Elon Musk claims that the new single-piece casting design and the Goliath machine will deliver a 30% reduction in the size of the body shop. He added that the process probably would transfer to Model 3 production as well. The single-piece casting for Model Y and other electric vehicles will replace around 70 stampings, extrusions, and castings that currently make up the same fabricated assembly in the Model 3, on which much of the Model Y is based. Now, casting expert Axel Turk has released an image of the first front-end megacast underbody produced by Tesla. The part, which weighs 286 pounds, will be used in the production of the Model Y series at Gigafactory, Texas, which is expected to start at the end of the year. The age of the Giga Press is upon us, and the ability to manufacture full cars at a go seemed to be an impossible feat till now, and Tesla is taking the world by storm. What do you think of this mind-blowing innovation? Let us know down in the comment section. Also, thanks for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more such content and updates. Until next time.